Alright folks, got a couple other threes relating to the Stephen Curry Golden State Warriors story. Awesome stuff, like perfecto stuff, all to the glory of God. So we're going to make some room on the board for this, and we're going to solve some epic phrases in the story of God once and for all eternity. So history in the making, continually, and this is a gem that I got from the local paper. That's why you read the local paper. You scoop up gems in the story of God. The Vancouver Sun, which I delivered this morning along with the Province, and I scooped up this gem from the Vancouver Sun sports section. And of course, Stephen Curry, Warriors 1 win away from title. And the coolest gem in this article is the number at the beginning of this article, which is 19,596. That number is precisely the number of people in the Cello crowd at Oracle Arena. Okay, and we got a ton of gems related to this. Okay, so 1,000, this divides by 3 perfectly. So that is the precise sellout attendance for Game 5. I believe that would be the whole arena. Divides by 3. Because you add up the digits and they divide by 3. This is 6. It adds to 36. Those digits add to 36 divides by 3. Okay, but and so that's the number of fans that were at the game. It's all maximum 3s because this is God's story. It's like once you know who God has chosen and who He's going to use to glorify Himself mathematically, you're just paying attention and scooping up all the details. Now let's solve the word attendance because it's very obvious, very beautiful. And then find love in attendance. It's so awesome. You got 3 syllables in attendance that all divide by 3. At, 21, 10, 39, and then the famous word dance, 27. It's like a acceleration of 3s, if you will. 21, 39, and 27. 10 dance. So this is the attendance. It's a number that glorifies the Trinity. So, zoom out for a moment. Consider to yourself. Consider how big God is compared to how small a crowd of people is. Like when you were sitting in that Oracle Arena and you were one of the 19,596 people, or maybe you're watching the game at home and you see all those people in the crowd and you think to yourself, wow, what a large crowd of people. Wow, what a lot of people. They could take me out if they all took me on. Well, the answer is, they're all very small compared to God. And notice, my friends, that God ordains a large crowd of people, exactly 19,596 in number, to make a multiple of 3 in this whole story, which is the ultimate 3 fest for Himself. Now that's an amazing thought. We are all very, very small compared to God. Very incredibly small. That's why Jesus said over and over again, fear God, not man. Live for God, not for people. Because people are tiny compared to God. So here's one number of a large group of people, we would say. And it divides by 3. By divine ordinance for the glory of God, who is 3 persons. God the Father, Jesus Christ the Son, and the Holy Ghost. So, don't lose sight of how big Jesus is. Don't ever lose sight of how big Jehovah is. And how important He is, and how important all this is, what we're doing right here. We're solving world history mathematically and scooping up the gems for His glory. So now to the word attendance. So that's the attendance. And then an attendance record, and then a new attendance record. I just want to get these words on the board because these are the words I got. By the way, I love God's divine providence. By divine ordinance, there's actually a subdivision right kitty corner on the cross streets just across from this block here that says the word Providence. That's the name of the subdivision, Providence. That divides by 3, and it even has the I highlighted 3 times 3 near the middle. But right across the street from here is where I get my exercise at Routley Park, which equals love plus love plus love. And I go to the basketball court in particular. Usually at the beginning, basketball court equals love plus love plus love. And then there's a field where I run around and do somersaults. Somersault equals love plus love plus love. Incidentally, rolling and tumbling on grass is very refreshing for your brain. because it inverts your body and allows the blood to, you know, run up into your brain and circulate. So somersault equals triple love. Love plus love plus love equals university equals Roteley Park, where I do the somersaults. On and on and on. Basketball court, okay. But I love God's providence. So Roteley Park, gorgeous park, where I can go get my exercise, come back. And while I'm out there, I brought the newspaper out there, was, you know, just going through the articles, which one should I, aha. And got an extra gem, and then waiting, and then you get some more words in my head, solve them, come home, make videos on them. So, attendance. And then find love in attendance. Well, there's half a love in the word dance on the end. And then the word record is like pure nines. C-O 18, 2 R's are 18. So there's love in the word record. And you get a bonus 9 points here, 63. So a new attendance record or an attendance record will divide by 3. Let's find love in attendance. That adds to 87. Attendance equals 87. Equals truth in 3 syllables that divide by 3. Can we find another love in there? Well, you can do it for Homer. And then so an attendance record, this is too obvious because record is 63. Well, these two puzzle pieces knit together to make 150, 15 times 10, good night for 3. So, an attendance record, and then what's really obvious is that an equals 15. So we already have attendance record is 150, 10 15s, and then an attendance record adds another 15 on top to make it 165. Wow. And for this Golden State Warriors, Cleveland Cavaliers final, it's broken viewership records, attendance records, like everyone is watching. Okay. And so 150, and then so a new attendance record adds 42 points to that to perfectly make 192, which is 8 times 888, which is the full birth name of Andre Iguodala, whose starting position in the starting lineup of the Golden State Warriors, as switched in after Game 3, has made a world of difference for the team. He's a Christian's Christian. The synergy, the speed, the spiritual strength that he brings, and the experience, it's just been awesome. So new attendance record. New attendance record adds to 8 times 888 to the glory of the Trinity, and Jesus was it, divides by 3, 8, 12, 24. And every word divides by 3, and we just kind of walk through it, and then find love and all this. Good stuff. And but I just love that. I love how the details of this. So here I am in the Vancouver Sun. Warriors 1 win away from title. And in the first paragraph, Oakland, California. Stephen Curry came off, numbers lead this whole thing. Stephen Curry came off the screen, a little introduction about a shot he made. And then the sellout crowd of 19,596. And so, you know, and of course, so the word crowd divides by 3. But I love that. So attendance. And then you can say many in attendance. Many in divides by 3. Many in is 27. Oh, sorry, it doesn't. You'd have to knit together with other things. I apologize for that. There. What came out of my mouth divides by 3. There were many in attendance. Or what I was going to say. There were many in divides by 3. So there were many in attendance. You know, divides by 3. But that is awesome. I want to find love more completely in the word attendance because, of course, attendance, the word class equals love. Take attendance. Oh, let's see. Well, you can do a couple ways. Here's a 45 plus a DE. There's one love you can go. I prefer to try for something more central, like if I could bookend the A and the E to get C, and then the N and the D in the center, more or less. Look at the centrality here. So we take this cluster in the center. That gives you 24 points, 24 888 in the center. The bookends make a double of 3, 6. And then you just need another 24 points. Where could you get that one from? I have no idea. Oh, the T and the T and the, oh yeah, TNT right here. So TNT now equals love right there. TNT is love right there, plus another 6, 3. So that's kind of cool. Like, look at the centrality of it. So look at the beauty of the centrality of attendance. The more you look, the more you see. Remember, God is the one who knows the end from the beginning. He's the Alpha and the Omega. That's why words are very frequently symmetrically beautiful. Even though we read these things and say these things from left to right, God knows the end from the beginning, and they are symmetrically balanced. So look, the N and the D in the center make 18, a multiple of 3. The E and the A flanking them make 6, a multiple of 3. Then you've got the T, T, N, which make love. You can add the C, which is 3, to collect these 4 guys in these slots, also perfectly balanced to make 57, which is 888 by the law of prime. So you got 888 de facto in the dead center, 24. You got 888 by the law of prime flanking that. And then you got the bookends equal a double of 3 to round out the 3s on the end of attendance. So, just the more you look, the more you see. Just beautiful. And there you go. So, an attendance record and a new attendance record has been solved. Wonderful, wonderful. There you go. Fun stuff. On and on it keeps coming. Anything else that comes to mind? Attendance, solo crowd. The word spectator. Spectator. Aha. Spectator divides by 3, just like fan, just like watcher. You can do the math and find love in all of them. So, tomorrow night is game 6. Oh yeah, this was a gem I knew I had to preach on. Tomorrow night is game 6. Okay? Tomorrow night is game 6. And game 6 divides by 3 when you say it. That's what I wanted to preach on. Game 6. And it's very likely that the Golden State Warriors will win this game and therefore win the NBA championship and the NBA finals and the NBA playoffs and the whole shebang. And how fitting, if it does happen, that it happens in game 6, because 6 is 3 plus 3. It's like the 3's maximum. And of course, even the arena that they'll win it in divides by 3 with the big C. Equals 3 at the center, Cleveland Cavaliers down the left, and Cleveland Cavaliers on the right equals 168, 717 triple H, God is sovereign. And the name of the arena divides by 3. Quicken Loans Arena divides by 3. But most of all, there's a giant C at the center, which equals 3. Okay, so the Bible says God works all things together for the good of those who love Him. So, that includes ordaining the Cleveland Cavaliers to be the opposing team, and they have an arena which has a big 3 at the center of it, C. Both words start with C, both divide by 3, add to 168, God is sovereign. The Cleveland Cavaliers, in 3 words, adds to my favorite number of world history, 201. So, if the Golden State Warriors win at Quicken Loans Arena on Tuesday night in Game 6, it would be a maximum 3 fest for the cameras, for everyone watching, for the whole story, for everything imaginable. So, I would not be surprised. And now look at the beauty of Game 6 here. It's chain links with 24, 888. These letters both divide by 3, and this is the root of the word game, which divides by 3. Game, games, gamer, or gamers, gaming, gamed. Okay? Isn't that beautiful? Game 6. So what's the root of game? It's 21, assembled set of 3's. What's these 2 letters that divide by 3 in 6? They are 33. Well, genius of geniuses, that equals love. That equals love perfectly. In fact, we had a little love left over here from the word record. We'll just grab that. Amazing. So the bookending letters of game 6 equals love, and the connecting letters equal the famous 24, 888. So literally, game 6 equals love plus 888. To the glory of Jesus equals 888 and the Triune God. Game 6. Game 6. It's like so beautiful it's not even funny. So, don't miss Game 6. It even starts at 6 o'clock here on the Pacific Coast, and 6 o'clock divides by 3. This is getting disturbing. You know, it's always been disturbing, and that's awesome. Disturbing divides by 3. if it wasn't disturbing, you wouldn't know it was supernatural. Like, God is supernatural, which means by nature, He's going to disturb, you know, your normal way of thinking. Okay, so, and that's a good thing. It's a totally blessed thing. So now let's get 6 o'clock on the board. So don't miss the game Tuesday. I'm in Langley, British Columbia, Canada. That's Pacific time. The game is at 6 p.m. on Tuesday, June 17th. Game 6. And God willing, I will be watching the game in Sodexo Lounge, which divides by 3 in 12 letters, at Trinity Western University, which divides by 3, being the quintessential Trinity confessing university in Canada. God willing, sitting in my brown leather chair. Every word divides by 3. And that is at 6 o'clock. Okay? For game 6, no less. And God said to me, actually, a long time ago, at the very beginning of this study, and when we were solving the 6 colors of the rainbow way back when, God said to me, we're taking back the number 6. Because the number 6 is like completely misunderstood in every circle that I know. Most people say that the number 6 is the number of shortcoming, or the number of, like, you know, fallenness, or like the Antichrist. It's like, oh, 6, no. It's like 6 is a perfect number to glorify the Trinity. Just look at the 6 days of creation. Good night. Okay. So 6 o'clock. And it will be broadcast by ESPN, which equals love, and all the rest of it. So 6 o'clock. Look at the obvious, beautiful... Now I know what you're thinking, because this is what I was thinking in this whole process. You can solve every single time of the day mathematically and see what kind of numbers you get. And I started doing this, and it was fascinating. Because times of day have names. Like, what do we say? We say, oh, 6 o'clock. Or we'll say 6:30. So you can solve the text on all of the times of day that we talk about, and you can get some real hints into the numbers fest on them all, and just, it's fascinating. And I got some real cool gems, but look at how obvious 6 o'clock is. This is so obvious. The only 2 letters that don't divide by 3 are the S and the K in the bookends, which equal 30 together. Like that, this is beyond stunning, 6 o'clock. Is that on the board, by the way? Sure it is. I'll just zoom out a twitch here. There we go. 6 o'clock is officially on the board. And then all the center letters divide by 3. Everybody say all. Everybody say every one. Every one of the center letters in 6 o'clock divides by 3. Wow. So you know we're going to see some special 3s kick-starting at 6 o'clock on Tuesday in Game 6. With Golden State Warriors, 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, against Cleveland Cavaliers, the 3-3, okay. So 6 o'clock, be there, you know, show up early, get the pregame. So what does 6 o'clock add to? Well, find love in 6 o'clock, we already have 30 points there, add another 24 here, that's love number 1 found. And then what else we got? We got another LO, another half a love. Wow, another XC, another half a love. So we've already found 2 loves plus a bonus 3. Wow. So 6 o'clock equals 111 perfectly. 111. And we found the 2 loves and the bonus 3. Amazing. So 6 o'clock equals love plus 3. And we found the loves, and it adds to 111. 6 o'clock in 9 letters. Wow. Amazing. And of course, just amazing. So that's when I'm going to be watching the game, and it's Game 6. This is the 3-fest showdown of the universe on display in the game of basketball, and so don't miss it. Show up for the game early. Tune in to ESPN. If you're in Canada, it'll be on TSN. If you're watching 10 years from now or 30 years from now in my videos, because you've been awakened at that point and future generations are getting it, who knows where you'll watch it. It'll probably be on YouTube by then. Anyways, so 6 o'clock, 111, Game 6. That's awesome. Anything else? No, you gotta see this game live. Tuesday night, 6 o'clock. God willing, I'll be watching at Sodexo Lounge in the brown leather chair at Triune Western University. Taking my 3-road route. It's every road divides by 3. to get there in the Chrysler Neon LX. That's tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is Game 6. So I would say don't miss it. Watch it live. Very cool. Very, very, very cool. And I've had some divine appointments, folks. Divine appointments to make sure that I'm really into this particular story. Like I said, folks, last night, after dark, we had been doing gem hunting all day long. And last night, I took a break for exercise. I went out after dark to Rowley Park, right across the street, went down to the basketball court all by myself, in the dark, you know, basically dark, and pitch dark. And lo and behold, 2 signs from God that were waiting for me there. First of all, this whole court is just pure black asphalt. There's been no painting on it. There's no basketball court lines drawn anywhere. Just pure black asphalt. Well, when I showed up last night, some young person, perhaps a child, because you could see the, you know, the sort of little bit of sloppiness in the curvature, but they actually did it really well, had drawn a 3-point arc as the only line. They had drawn a 3-point arc around the rim, the hoop that I always shoot at. And that was the only line on the whole court that they drew. An obvious, beautiful, actually well-placed 3-point chalked arc. I might even take the video camera out later today and just record that for you so you can see it for yourself. And then the second sign was there were exactly a dime and a nickel sitting on the ground right beneath the hoop, which is 15 cents, and we saw that last night. And this is the second time, literally folks, this is the second time that I found a dime and a nickel sitting right on that basketball court area, like at that hoop. Last time it happened, it was about a week and a half ago, and I distinctly remembered it, and I preached on it at that time. You can just rewind to my videos that I uploaded in real time. I don't know, you can figure it out from the videos that I posted already on this channel, where I said I found this, God ordained this 15 cents to be on the ground, and I preached on it related to the price for delivering an individual newspaper for the local newspaper, 15 cents, and 15 is king for the number 3, and then so lo and behold, last night, some child had drawn a 3-point arc. Furthermore, there's another dime and nickel, 15 cents, right beneath the rim this time, and 15 is king for the number 3. So it's God's way of saying to me, don't miss a moment of Stephen Curry's 3-point finale. Every time he sinks his 3, he's setting his history-making record higher and higher for the number of 3-pointers scored by a single athlete in NBA playoffs and season history, I believe. Don't miss a moment of the whole team. And so, God willing, I will certainly be at Game 6, live, well before 6 o'clock. I'll get there early and watch the pregame and just soak up everything I can see. This is it, folks. This is the grand finale of what God is doing for the number 3 in the Golden State Warriors. But personal signs, like that is a miracle. Like for all I know, folks, an angel could have placed this dime and nickel down beneath that hoop twice. And like I say, this is in the dark. I mean, how many people are capable of seeing a nickel and a dime lie on the asphalt underneath the basketball hoop when it's pitch dark up? God ordained me to see them. And I knew as soon as, and to the point where when I was walking home, I knew this was an ordinance from God because I checked the year on these and I figured it was going to divide by 3, and sure enough the dime is 2005, the nickel is 2009, and those numbers add to divide by 3. Okay. 15 cents, when you write it in text, equals 225, which is 15 times 15, which is the full birth name of the monarch on the back of all of our coins. Queen Elizabeth. Her full birth name is that number. 15 cents equals 15 times 15. Elizabeth Alexandra Mary equals 15 times 15. Hello. Did God ordain this 15 cents to be sitting out on the basketball court at Rowley Park for me to pick up twice, a week and a half apart? Rowley Park equals love plus love plus love. Basketball court equals love plus love plus love. You know what, folks? I'm feeling like I need to take the video camera out there with you today and show you firsthand what this place is that I'm talking about. Might as well. You know what? I can probably do it right now. Now, I don't know if the thing has been charging it's battery, so I don't know if I disconnect this from the cable, if it will just scream at me and say there's no battery. Yeah, we got plenty of battery. So why don't we do it right now? I insist. This is uncut video, folks. I am a man of truth, and this is raw footage. I don't edit anything. Okay, so you can understand how God works, and you can even see my clean laundry that I've just thrown out on the stairs there. Okay, so I'm going to take you to Rutley Park exactly the way it takes me to get there. So sometimes I wear my Go Walks. Go Walk equals Jehovah. Nike equals Kubi, my last name, divides by 3. This is the famous 888 Chrysler Neon Miracle car, to which I got the official government plate 888 silver by Divine Ordinance. We preached on this earlier. Chrysler divides by 3, Neon divides by 3, LX, all that text is 8 times 888. That was a miracle all by itself, getting that 888 silver plate from the government. That's not a personalized plate, folks. Okay, so let's do it right now. I am taking you to Rutley Park in the exact route that I walk there. You'll see how close it is. It's only a few minutes away walking. And I'm happy to share this with you so that you can understand the sovereignty of God and the perfection of God in taking the glory for everything in world history using numbers. Okay, so we're going, it's right across the way there. These are new lots in here where they're going to be building houses. In fact, they are actively building houses. I love the fact that this cross street right here adds perfectly to the famous 270, which is north plus south plus east plus west. 199 plus 71 equals, lo and behold, 270, which is the perfect cube of 3 times 10. North plus south plus east plus west. By Divine Ordinance, folks, that's the cross street that I live at. You know, it's just like I used to solve numbers everywhere, so I'm just going to run ahead here. I don't want to. So here it is. Here's Rutley Park. It's got a gorgeous view. So you can sit up top of this hill area, but this is the park starting right here. See, that didn't take us long at all to get here, but it's officially called Rutley Park, which is love plus love plus love. And so I just walk over this grassy hill here, and they just cut the grass, just fresh today. They had 3, you can see the workers out there actually, they had 3 lawnmowers out here. And it's just beautifully cut. It's a perfect, beautiful day in Langley, British Columbia, Canada. And of course, baseball diamond divides by 3. Baseball equals love. They have yet to put in the fence, but this has only been open for a few months. But I'm going to take you to the basketball court, of which there is 1 straight ahead. Basketball court equals Rutley Park, the name of this place. And I believe the number of acres divides by 3. I believe she said it was 6 acres or something. Yeah, I think she said it was 6 acres. And that, of course, divides by 3. Field divides by 3 and stuff. But basketball court equals Rutley Park equals love plus love plus love, and you can find 3 love. What a gorgeous day here in Langley, British Columbia, Canada. The temperature is perfect, gorgeous breeze, birds singing. I'm all by myself out here. It's just incredible. And even the garden plots, I mentioned that when they first came in, divide by 3. There's 60 of them. You're just like, when is this Divine Ordinance going to end? So here's the basketball court, and I'll show you. There you can see it already. So this is the hoop that I always shoot on, and this is the hoop that I shot on when this thing just opened. I was the first person to use it in the whole park. But you can see the 3-point arc that a child drew right here. You can see it through the fence. I'm going to go down in there, but you can see it from right here. There it is, in chalk. 3-point arc. Now, I'm just going to get in there because the sun is so bright in my eyes, I have a hard time seeing on this camcorder exactly what's being recorded, so I'm just kind of aiming. But once I get the sun behind me rather than in front of us, and right beneath the hoop I found said dime and said nickel, 15 cents, and that was the second time. And after this, I'll probably take you to the Rotley Park sign on the front of this whole place, so you can do the math on the letters yourself. But I insist on recording everything, including like scrap and dirt and stuff like that, because you have to understand God's sovereignty despite what you see as, oh, there's dirt and grime in this world. Oh, but God is still sovereign. Okay, so there it is. It's the only line carved in the basketball court, carved by a child, no less. So, a 3-point arc, you can see it was like carved by a child, or it's just kind of edged along there. A good distance. It's pretty accurate, I would say, for a 3-pointer. And then a nickel plus a dime was sitting just a few inches apart, right at the base of the basketball hoop, like right around there. And the other time I found them, they were just around, like around that area, somewhere in there. But pretty obvious to me. Pretty obvious. You can see it's the only line in chalk in this whole place. like it's just glaring. Like the 3-point arc. Child carved it. It's the only line in chalk on this whole divinely ordained basketball court. Okay, and it is divinely ordained because this is the official basketball court equals triple love that I first saw a basketball court on in world history. And of course we're seeing 3-pointers like never before in Golden State Warriors and NBA history. So there it is. It's like the only line carved in chalk on this whole plane of asphalt. And it's of course the 3-point line. And then as I was seeing, this was at dark that I was seeing this last night. And then there was the famous 15 cents lying right underneath the hoop, right at the base, closer to the pole there. So 2 obvious signs there. Very, very cool. So imagine yourself being Stephen Curry. And you gotta get your feet behind the 3-point arc and sink your hoops. Now this is not an NBA 3-point line, I'm sure, but you understand. It's probably a college, high school, 3-pointer, but obviously just totally divine. Okay, so and this is it, folks. This is the official first basketball hoop that we solved basketball court in the name of love. So basketball court equals love plus love plus love. Rotley Park equals love plus love plus love. This is it. And you can see it's just flat black asphalt, no painted lines here. And some child by Divine Ordinance did this last night. Just painted, just chalked in the 3-point line, and I just knew it was an ordinance from God to glorify the number 3 and just keep tracking and walking with me in this whole Golden State Warriors 3 fest. So now I'm just going to take you down to the Rotley Park sign, which is right there, so you can understand how God takes the glory for everything in world history, using the name of everything. Everything has a name, and every name has a number. So it's, man, such a beautiful day out here. Just a pleasure to be out here. God is sovereign, folks. God is sovereign. And that's the awesome thing. Okay? God works all things together for the good of those who love Him. It's like you think this world is dirty, grimy, out of control. It's like, but God works all things together for the good of those who love Him. So there's Rotley Park. And do the math yourself. Rotley Park equals love plus love plus love, and the first 3 letters R-O-U equal love, and you can find the other 2 loves. So Rotley Park equals love plus love plus love, and basketball court equals love plus love plus love by Divine Ordinance. Pretty awesome stuff. And even the community garden here, like I said, has exactly 60 flower beds loaned out to the community. 30 boxes split into 2. It's an obvious 3.